Thank you for the opportunity to present today. We're going to be talking, myself and a few ex-students, about our experience of a transformative outside the classroom project, and that is our Team Esteem, an entry from Heriot-Watt University in the UK to the Solar Decathlon Middle East competition held in Dubai in 2021 as part of World Expo. We were the only UK team to participate, and especially with the curveball of a pandemic thrown into the middle of this experience, the whole endeavour of designing or conceiving, designing, manufacturing, fabricating, putting together, transporting across the world, rebuilding, and then operating a solar-powered house was a huge undertaking. Our team was fully multidisciplinary and contained at points up to 150 or nearing 200 students, but with a core team of around 15 to 30 students who stuck with this for the full 3 or 4 year period that it took to get something from the little gem of an idea through to something final and existing over on the other side of the world.
Hi, my name is Sana Hafsa. I was a former team lead and building services lead for the Solar Decathlon project. I am currently working in the sustainability consultant field and providing these services along with integrated project management, primarily for mega projects within the Middle East region.
Hello, I am Jairis Alvarez Trujillo. I am currently working as a computational designer in building engineering for RINA Consulting.
Hi, my name is Sonia Purek and I'm one of the co-founders of Team Esteem. I wore different hats for the project, including being one of the former team leaders of the entire team, and then I advised the team until the competition as well. And today I'm speaking to you as a contributor to Teaching Beyond Boundaries paper for this conference, and I want to focus on digital tool adaptation.
The purpose of our paper today is to explore the learning from digital tools, which the student team very quickly picked up, discarded if they didn't work, moved on to something else in order to maintain this depth of engagement and build the trust within this dispersed, multidisciplinary, multi-country, multi-time zone team during the period of the pandemic. It was an extraordinary leadership feat, and I think all the more extraordinary for not being constrained by expectation, not being constrained by policy, process or bureaucracy. This was a free-flying student team that were just looking for the right answers to make this project work.
When we started the journey in Team Steam as an education and collaboration, we were all students with no experience in leadership skills. We didn't have any of this experience. The project gave each of us the opportunity to be team leaders, to learn, to make mistakes, to learn from the mistakes, to improve, to be able to add new technologies, add new ways of management, to be able to create events, to be able to be innovative, to be creative, to be able to think outside the box.
Throughout our period, I've seen team management from the beginning till the end, from 10 people to over 100, and project management tools are a topic on its own. We had 2 attempts to adopt different tool platforms to manage our team. Our first attempt focused on a platform called Trello, and it was set up just at the beginning together with other digital infrastructure for the team, such as Slack or Teams. It was a failed attempt, and here are some of the reasons why. At the beginning, the teams usually do not know each other very well, and they tend to they tend to collaborate face-to-face and online through quick interactions and meetings. And the timing was not ideal for introducing any kind of bureaucracy, and long-term, we do realize that it's way more beneficial to focus on the iterations happening live, including also tightening the connections and familiarity between team members, motivating them to reach their goal, rather than focusing on tracking the progress online.
With onboarding, something that we used to do in Team Esteem is have a very streamlined approach of making it very clear where links were available and how processes were done within the team. How did we collaborate? How did we work on documents together? How did meetings run? And the fact that we had all of these processes in place and very clear to explain to new members meant that when we did do our collaboration over our live sets of drawings, over our list of remaining items to be procured for the actual project, or maybe for the construction rota, we did not have to kind of every time explain to a new person how each of these things work. It would just be very clear that this is what we're doing and we need your input on this, and everyone would kind of know exactly where to go. And even if they didn't know where to go, they could at least be able to access this entire document and list of things that we had for members to be able to figure out what's going on. This is something that I've really taken forward now, because a large part of my role is involving a lot of different design disciplines and trying to make sure that everyone knows how the procedure works in terms of the way that we will review certain information that comes from each discipline and how I'm going to be sharing it back with them.
The team grew to over 100 people, and our need to track and see what happens within the teams was way higher. And we tried to incorporate a platform called ClickUp, and there was a couple of different sub-teams that some of them stayed using ClickUp, some of them didn't, because the assumption was that we try and every team has a right to either stick with it or fall through. And what I observed is that there is the three most significant reasons for why people adopt digital tools, so not including, in this case, project management tools. One is the size of the team, two is the dynamics of the team collaboration, and three is the leadership. Firstly, the team size. Any kind of project management tools are mostly meant for larger teams, because it's actually really difficult to let everyone speak and to get everyone's thoughts in a bigger team than 10, 15 people. So then a platform enables everyone to do it offline at their own time. While if there are small teams, they don't want to double do the work and then upload things to a platform that they already spoke about, which is a very significant reason. And then number two, which is the team dynamics, is the way how people interact. Is it more for the meetings? Is it what is the type of work? Is it creative work, or is it just tasks that can be broken down into very well-defined smaller pieces? Because these are way easier to manage. So ultimately, if we have a set of tasks that can be well-defined and assigned to different team members, they're a really good case for project management tools. And the last one is the leadership. And obviously, this comes back to also guiding people to use the platform, show them how to do it. If the leader of the team finds it useful and guides the team to do it, there's a direct benefit, mostly because the team starts to interact with the platform straight away because the leaders do it themselves. While if the leaders don't do it, then there's not much motivation and push, and there's no daily usage of the platform. And if we don't use things daily, most likely we just won't stick with them. So ultimately, these are the reasons leading to some teams adopting, in this case, ClickUp, while some didn't, which is completely fine. And I think now what needs to be really understood is that what is most important is that digital tools needs to be our asset to making our teams more effective. ultimately making us work better and not just adhere to rigid bureaucracy.
We also had to create an innovative marketing campaign. We spent many hours online and in person trying to see what would be the best thing that we could do to promote not only Team STEAM, but also to promote education in engineering, because that was our target. Our target was to, yes, show the house, but also show the systems, show the materials, show the innovation that we were putting on this project, and we had to translate this into marketing, which was a big thing for us because it was new. We were mostly engineers, and some of our members also were marketers. So we had the opportunity for two industries to work together, which was amazing. And due to all of this work among all of the team members, we had the opportunity to publish over 40 articles in international and national newspaper, journal and magazine. We hosted over more than 13 events, both online and in person, and we created over 30 videos, educational videos that you can still find on our YouTube channel, Team STEAM. And all of this dedication, work online and in person, it made us actually have the third place communication contest during the Solar Decathlon Middle East competition in Dubai. So we actually took the third place.
These 4 women all took senior leadership positions in the team, and without them, the project would not have happened at all, potentially, and certainly not as successfully as it did. And in putting this paper together, I've asked all 4 of them to reflect on what were the specific digital tools that they used, what were the techniques that they learned that they've taken with them into industry. And in doing so, my hope is to identify ways in which we can further improve the digital emancipation and skills learning for the increasingly digital future society that we're all working in.
What is most important is that digital tools needs to be our asset to making our teams more effective, ultimately making us work better and not just adhere to rigid bureaucracy. What is really important and what definitely resonated with me now in my role as a product manager working in startup world is that we do need to move fast very often, especially in this early projects and small projects where speed is way more important, that comprehensive documentation, interactions with people is more important than tools. So we should always prioritize how we work and how we can achieve the goal quicker rather than adhering to procedures in this scales of projects.
Welcome to the Team STEAM Minecraft experience. Grab your friends and come join us on our server to explore the STEAM house in Minecraft, complete with custom handmade textures and fun Easter eggs to search for.
One of the most important things in the marketing and communication sub-team was to communicate, to share the project, but not only to professionals in engineering, construction, professionals such as engineers, professors, project managers. No, we wanted to target somebody else. We wanted to target kids. And of course, teaching and explaining the systems of mechanical systems, electric systems to kids, it's a bit difficult. Therefore, we needed to talk their language. And 2 of our valuable members, they said, okay, let's create a Minecraft experience. Let's build the Team STEAM house in Minecraft. It took a lot of hours, a lot of dedication, but we actually managed to have the Minecraft. We actually managed to have our Team STEAM inside Minecraft, which was amazing because they could actually see and play online and in person. When we were in Dubai during the competition, and we had many kids from all over Dubai because they brought the schools were there to learn. and we had them playing with my computer. We had them playing Minecraft on the computer. We had them walking all over the house. We had them experience both virtually and in person what were the system. We had many systems that they actually asked a lot of questions, and we were explaining them not only in person but also online. And I remember when I personally put the headset to one of them, he said, "This is the highlight of my day." So in that moment, I learned as a student at the moment, and now as a professional, that yes, kids want to learn, but they just need to learn different because they are the future. So from there, I took also now in my professional career that sometimes we try to make things complicated. But actually, the simple you make it, the easier somebody will understand. And this is what we did. We taught many people online and in person about this magnificent house with sustainable materials, great system that yes, you can do it, you can explain the house, you can share, you can communicate, you can work in a team internationally, online and in person, that you are able to deliver a project that is worth.
In order to meet the time limits of this form of presentation, we have significantly edited the number of examples that we're able to give you. But I hope that in these testimonials and this brief explanation of the project, you can understand the level of personal, professional and subject-based development that I feel has been made available to these students through taking part in an experience such as the Solar Decathlon. The longer paper explores more examples and starts to pin these together with a sense of the pedagogical achievements, but also the practical difficulties of embedding a program such as this into the constraints of accredited curricula of the 1-year master's or the 3 to 4 year degree that we all work within. And it's this area that really excites me as a challenge, because I think what we have demonstrated, I hope today, is the value of such experiences and developing effective ways for embedding this with equity of experience to all participants, with fairness and transparency of marking and assessment, is a real challenge for us, and yet one I think we have to meet in order to demonstrate a good quality of modern educational offering to all of our students. I will leave the summing up and the final words of this video to those ex-students of mine. Thank you for listening.
You realize that, which I realize in Team Esteem, is that long term, when you want to go back to this one piece of research you know that someone did, but you're not able to find because it simply wasn't saved in the right format. It might tend to be a boring thing, but if everyone does their part in terms of documenting this really valuable lessons learned, you realize that when going forward in the future, you're saving a lot of time for someone in understanding how they might be able to improve a certain project. They'll be able to learn better from previous failures. They'll even be able to take forward successes in different projects. And that's the goal, end of the day, is to make sure that someone's work, whatever is being done, is not just kind of temporary and it's closed off once that project is closed off, but we can take it forward and keep building upon that.
Ultimately, the iteration and testing is really important with building a product, as well as picking tools to help teams work. And this is definitely something that came from the project, and I think a lot of us even learn not only how to pick the tools, but also how to work with them, when to work with them, and how to navigate which ones are useful or not just by reading through the descriptions. So there's a couple of different angles to it, but I think that altogether it definitely helped us, especially considering moving forward then to either corporate world or startup world, which are completely different and can have its benefits. And Team Esteem was for sure very crucial in finding this learning and observing how teams work effectively.
Projects like the Solar Decathlon Middle East, particularly our team, Team STEAM, in universities, they make a difference for students. I can tell you, now I'm working in Rina Consulting as a computational designer in building engineering. I love my job, I love the company, but I also think that Team STEAM gave me the base to be the professional person I am today.